Hi everyone, so the new moon in Scorpio is going to be exact on October 25th at 6:48 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'm going to do a collective reading for my woo homies. If you want to see more freedom and harmony in the world, this is for you. And as always, I have, as always, I have oracle cards here. Usually I have 3, but for this one I felt compelled to use 4. So you can feel free to look at these cards and see which one resonates with you the most. It could be 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. And after the tarot reading, I'm going to do a tableau for us. Then I will read the oracle cards and see what kind of guidance that we can get for this eclipse season. Yeah, I didn't mention that the new moon in Scorpio will also be a partial solar eclipse. And since eclipses are turbulent times, as they say, I don't have a clear time frame. I don't know how far this reading is for, so let's call it timeless. The collective significator that I've chosen for us is the Hermit. I didn't like any of the court cards for this, so that is what we will be working with for this Scorpio season. And I think that is about it. So I will cut the deck, I will spread out the tableau, and then we'll see what we have. So the bottom of the deck appears to be the 8 of Wands. Let's see if that is actually the case. It will depend on where the Hermit is. Where are you? Come on, Hermit. Well, unless it's near the top, the bottom is definitely going to be the 8 of Wands. Ooh, it would be awesome if the Hermit was near. Okay, yeah. So, oh, the Hermit is near the top. So, I will put it here. And now we have these 2 cards before it. And I will deal from the bottom here. Like that. And from the top. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So the bottom of the deck is in fact the 4 of Swords. I will not make you watch me put all these cards in order. I'm just going to pause the recording, stare at this tableau for a bit, and come back at you with the reading. All right, I'll see you right now. All right, before I give you the reading, which actually looks pretty straightforward, I realized I probably forgot to tell you what question I was shuffling on. So for the tarot reading, basically the premise of behind the question is that from what I see, solar eclipses are opportunities for extreme new beginnings. And for that, I shuffled on the question, what opportunities do we have to look forward to, or what opportunities are opening up to us? That is a question for this. And for the oracle cards, I asked, what opportunity is this group poised for? So we'll get to this part after. But as far as the tarot portion, I think in short, this next little while following the eclipse is going to give us a real opportunity to distinguish what is within our control and what is not within our control, and the things that are in our control to really lock that shit down and establish a dominion, and the things that are not outside of our control to really make amends with that and borderline have some kind of mourning or grieving process, which is really alluded to by the 5 of Cups here. But the Emperor and the Hangman, like this column here, is extremely interesting and is actually what gave me the crux of most of this reading, which is, you know, for what is in our control to really lock that shit down with the benevolent rulership mastery of the Emperor, and what is out of our control to, you know, surrender to that, to surrender and come to terms with the new perspective that, you know, we can't control everything. And Well, that we can't control everything, that part is obvious. However, I have the feeling that for many of us, we've been holding on to the impression that there's some elements that we can bring under our influence that we can't. And I think that the aftermath of this eclipse season is going to give us a real opportunity to distinguish this. Now, the other card that was really central to this reading is the Queen of Coins that's right here. I really found it interesting to see the cards that she's surrounded by, and also this column here with the Eight of Wands, Queen of Coins, and Ten of Wands here. And it's almost as if the key to get from the Hermit to the Emperor here is the Queen of Coins, which is a very patient, nurturing, motherly energy. And I think that this is a theme that comes up over and over again in tarot, the notion of patience. However, to see basically for this post-eclipse period, you know, with all the things that are moving rapidly and all the, for lack of a better term, burdens that we may have to carry, that the Queen of Coins in the middle of these 9 cards in particular suggests the notion of really being the eye of the storm. And it is through that centeredness, through that clarity that is also alluded to by the Hermit card, one of the many reasons I chose this card. Also that he was at the bottom of the Scorpio season reading, which, anyway, coming back to this Queen of Coins here. The opportunity can best be capitalized on by choosing what we choose, by being diligent in what we choose to focus on and being caring and nurturing for those things. And the things that we can't control, well, it's better to know now, and it's better to abandon the needless pursuit of controlling the uncontrollable. Yeah, honestly, I just delivered the crux of this entire reading with the structure of the Four of Swords, the mastery of the Emperor. These are 2 fours. It's really... that is the main focus of the opportunity. And it's also funny that this column here was borderline ignored by me as I was reading, because it's almost as if we've already laid the foundation to do this. And despite the tumultuous times that we're living in, that we have still come to a place of laying the foundation to have some long-lasting plan that can lead us to this Emperor here, which is very promising. But obviously, with the Fool and the Ace of Coins here, the notion of opportunity right where our significator is was very interesting, let's say. But yeah, I think that, you know, once, like if this reading is a hit, then once we have come to terms with where our proverbial border is and have come to terms to grieving with the things that are outside of it, that what remains inside is going to be fucking awesome. A phrase that I thought of early while I was reading this tableau is... this is going to be we're gonna get a lot of opportunities to find out who our real friends are, and yeah, that is another theme that has come up multiple times when I've done these woo homie readings, but yeah, it seems important, especially with this column here at the right end of our tableau. So I think that I have squeezed all the juice that there is in this orange. I hope that resonated. I hope this is giving me optimism. So let us move to the Oracle card portion of the reading. And again, the question for this, for these cards was what is this group? What opportunity is this group poised for? So if you chose the Tao Oracle, your card is Biting Through. This is I Ching hexagram number 21. And the key words are Take decisive action, restore order, force applied with sensitivity, justice, tenacious devotion to a task. So I feel this is almost a repetition of what the Queen of Coins and Emperor were saying, but it is. I'm reminded of the Knight of Swords, which was in the Scorpio reading, that to really not be afraid to I don't want to stammer, and I really want to get this through. Give me a second. There we go. It is to not be afraid to assert yourself and to clearly state what it is that you want. That can be what you are particularly well suited for in this post-eclipse aftermath. And by bluntly, directly stating your intentions, stating your beliefs, stating your values, that can allow you to, for lack of a better term, polarize the people that you say this to. And the ones that are drawn in will be drawn in. The ones that are pushed away, well, they're pushed away, you know? Yeah. If this card is revenge, I might need a moment to interpret this. But if you chose this, it is inheritance. This is Saturn in Scorpio? Wait. Yeah, Saturn in Scorpio. Give me a second to absorb this card here. Okay, so for the people who chose this card, I would interpret this as a risk of, how can I say this? I don't like saying it this way, but I will for now, and hopefully I'll have the words to clarify. But I have the feeling that you're at higher risk of letting people sneak their way into your borders, and to be on the lookout for that. What made me say this is the moat around this castle and the maze that you have to go through to get to the treasure or gold in the middle of this. So I would invite you to just be discerning and to not, you know, sometimes when there's something we can't control that we really want to, we kind of tell ourselves a bunch of bullshit stories and kind of lie to ourselves to say, well, maybe this is the kind of thing that I want it to, and you're kind of not looking at the facts that are right in your face. Try to be discerning. Try to be extra discerning with patience and focus. And yeah, be careful who you let in. And be careful what you tell yourself about what is or isn't in your control. That's the best way to sum it up. If you chose this group, your card is Libra, balance. Well, it's almost the opposite message. It's like, if you chose this thing, I would invite you to, yeah, I'm almost going to give the opposite reading of what I just gave, but it's kind of like when you write someone off as a lost cause, to really re-examine that and try to find that sense of balance in your discernment, so that people who have, for lack of a better term, been opposed to you in these last couple years, they might be warmer to you than you might initially think. So if anyone chose both of these cards, I don't know what to tell you. But for this group particularly, try to be discerning in the sense of not being so quick to write people off, and to also really focus on being the eye of the storm. I don't know what made me say that last bit, but I said it and it felt right, so I'm gonna stick with it. If you chose this card, nice! Your card is peace. Look at that. This is amazing. I'm a little jealous, quite frankly. This might be a, given the rest of this reading, this might be a reminder that you're very well placed to come to terms with the aftermath of the things that you have done to reach this point and the things that you will have to do to move to, you know, this paradise, so to speak, because this is an opportunity for you to finally rest. I don't mean that in the morbid way. I mean that in the cool way, you know, like you finally built this log cabin. Now it's time to light the fire, kick your feet up, and enjoy that good book that you haven't had time to read, you know. Let me look at this picture here, because what is this in the background? Wait. Oh, it's a bird. It's a bird with some kind of weird ass branch. That's what that is. Okay. So yeah, the bird here doesn't add much to the interpretation of this card that I haven't already said. So I guess that wraps things up. Listen, everyone, I really appreciate you still watching, and I hope you have a great eclipse season. I will see you in a couple weeks for the lunar eclipse. That is, you know, eclipse seasons do be like that. So I hope that you can find your sense of peace. I hope you can find the patience and focus to make the decisions that will be key for us over these next couple months. And thank you very much for watching again, and I will see you soon.